So from my perspective, this is looking at higher level, macro level of, like if we can have a better infrastructure of energy efficiency and also power grid, then we can deal with more extreme events. For example, I think it was last year in Texas, right? The winter storm, and it become a problem. And the problem is if you have a better house or you have better income or higher income, it doesn't affect those people as much as low-income household, right? So when there's a power grid outage, then the low-income household tend to start burning coals or burning something to keep themselves warm or using oven. So this power grid resiliency is basically design or pay attention more of like, okay, so how can we predict? First of all, we got to know there's a lot of predictions like when the winter storm will come. And secondly is resiliency is also involved with, training engineers, more technical training. And then also there's a procedures more like, how do you recover in terms of when there's a power grid, fell apart. So that's more technical part. But in terms of, the solution was, I think there's a lot of going on in terms of microgrid. So for example, the big grid falling apart, we had this small neighborhood microgrid as a backup plan, or like small power generator in your backyard. So there's a lot of technology to kind of deal with when the power grid fell apart. However, there's also a lot of behavior issues involved. For example, when the extreme event, we do need to conserve energy, right? And so there's a lot of social issues there. Where should we start saving the energy, or which area should be cut down, right? So what I heard from not very officially, like people saying that when there's a power grid, power outage, utility company tend to fix the rich areas, fix their utility problem first, then the poor areas. Of course, I have no proof for that, but because the taxpayer, rich areas, they pay more tax. And then also they probably complain more. And then they, nowadays they use, most people use Twitter, right? So when there's a power outage, people start to tweet, like where the power outage and damage, we need fix right away. I don't know exactly how they make the decision, but it seems like there's some kind of inequality issues among this power outage.